you so much. Welcome to the Vampire Diaries After Show here on theStream.tv. Oh my gosh, guys, Bonnie is back. We can officially say she is back on Earth, being super cute with Damon. And also this episode, a little too cute, maybe. And also this episode, we had a funeral, the announcements of a pregnancy, and also a proposal. So needless to say,
Rachel and I were like having a panic attack. Like emotions
There's a lot going on.
Panic attack.
It's too much. I couldn't handle it.
A
My
lot.
poor heart.
I was like, my heart's beating. I'm crying. My heart's beating. Oh, I want love. Oh my, I'm crying again.
Well, before we get into it, I'm your host, Meghan Lamontagne, and we are joined by a very special guest. You guys have seen her before. To my left, we have Lauren Kelly filling in for Rachel Hickam, and to my right, Rachel Rowland. Melinda will be back, I would say next week, but we're not going to be back next week, March 12th, when Vampire Diaries comes back. So let's start off with the funeral. Super sad. Had some tears welling up in our eyes. I think the biggest thing, the funeral scene for me, was seeing Stefan's realization that I think he really does love Caroline. How do we feel about that?
I have to say, like, at first I was freaking out when Damon was like having that conversation with him, and he was like, oh, I don't know if you really love him. And I was like, I love them. And so when they had that moment, I was like, I want to love like Vampire Diaries.
Well, she was singing, and Damon and Stefan had just had that conversation about, okay, like rip the cord, is that what they use? Rip the cord if you don't really love her. Damon said that to Stefan, and Stefan, I think, had a realization as she was singing, like, I'm feeling something for her.
Well, the comment I made was like, who doesn't love a girl that can sing?
Yes,
so,
it's true. And I cannot
But that's
sing.
what made, like, how it ended even harder. Like, why can't they ever just be together? Like, can they just be together?
Because Vampire Diaries just tugs at our hearts, guys.
Yeah.
Tugs at our hearts.
It's exhausting.
It makes us feel better about our own lives. We're like, there's hope, there's hope, there's hope. And everybody and all your girlfriends are saying, there's no hope. And you're like, but Vampire Diaries tells me there is.
Yes, I love it. How did we feel about Damon and his chance to redo the eulogy? And P.S., how adorable was Damon and Stefan's little brother that we had no idea even existed until tonight?
Right?
Adorable. I know. I loved it.
It just makes you love Damon more. Like, come on.
I mean, I have always been a Damon fan. Like, when people say he's a bad guy, I just don't get it. Like, he is deep and hot. And Ian Somerhalder all day, every day.
One final sad moment about the funeral before we go on to happy times, but the saddest part of the funeral for me was when the cop went calling Sheriff Forbes for the last time.
Does that
no
really
response.
happen?
Like that was
really sad.
That was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
I feel, does that really happen, guys? Like, let us know, because
I'm not sure.
had no idea.
I was telling them, I know military and officer personnel and firefighters, when there is an actual funeral, it's very emotional. It's, you know, but I don't know if that really happens. But if it does,
I feel
that's
like that
super
would be
sad.
a little bit hard in real life. Of like, I just feel like that hits home like so much. Of like, oh hey, they're not going to answer these calls anymore. I was like, huh.
Well, I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we have to talk about happier things because I'm getting all emotional again. Let's talk about Bonnie. Bonnie is back.
Where do we even
start?
with
Okay,
that?
so she's in the Salvatore home from, I forget what year they gave us. She sees Damon and Stefan's picture, and then right before she's about to evaporate
Which
upwards.
is foreshadowing.
Like
Which is foreshadowing that
It
she
is.
sees Damon's picture right before, and then you see them, and the music was like
It's
love
funny.
music. And
You
I was
did
like,
point that you were like, this music says love.
It did.
it's
There was
going
love.
to be a love train.
But the
think
bigger story, well, maybe, is Stefan and Damon's mom. So has she been stuck in this purgatory for years and years? Like, I'm so excited to see that story unfold.
What threw me was that I thought it was the whole thing of, we immediately jumped to, we were like, oh, it's Bonnie's grandmother or whatever.
It looked kind of like Bonnie's grandmother
and when
first.
it wasn't, but remember, it's Damon's jail. Like, it's his place.
Oh, yeah.
And so it might be this whole thing that's opened up about him not writing that eulogy.
And
or
remember,
whatever.
he's talked about like his family, and like he harbors a lot of hard feelings, kind of more with his dad, but
But that would make sense of why it was Damon's, like,
yeah,
his jail, what he was supposed to be.
because the mom turned them into vampires, right?
Are we getting mixed up with originals?
I might be getting mixed up.
I literally I was like, I think that's original.
Wait, I watched too many vampire shows.
No, Catherine changed them.
Oh, that's right.
Remember? Because
Yes.
she was in love with them.
Yes.
Do we
You're right.
see a Bayman relationship? Because
Yes.
I was
Yes.
never on the Bayman train, but tonight with that music and him being the first one that was there, I felt it, guys. I felt it.
I know I'm going to get in so much trouble for saying this because all of you guys have been getting so angry at us about bringing up Ian Somerhalder and Nina Dobrev's relationship.
Oh, no,
but they probably were like, okay, they have no chemistry. Let's become a new relationship for Damon, and
But
they might
do
push this.
work well together.
They
And you
do.
were even saying, like, you read
Because
an article or
they've really
something that
dated, so makeout sessions have been practiced multiple times.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm saying maybe the writers were immediately like, okay, this is going to be awkward on set. Let's give Damon a new,
yeah, maybe.
Okay, but I have to say though, like, I just want to see a couple like be happy for a little bit, like because now Stefan and Caroline can't be that couple because she's gonna turn off.
But I
her
feel like it's going to
emotions.
make them stronger.
I just want to see.
Like,
a
I think it's
happy
going to be
couple.
amazing that he's
I
fighting
know.
for her, and he's going to be like, I'm going to help you turn your humanity on. Like, I feel like it's going to make them be amazing.
I think one thing is certain. I am so excited for it to come back on March 12th because I really do feel like finally we have a really strong storyline.
And a naughty Caroline.
And a
Like,
naughty
when have we
Caroline.
seen
And-
that.
and
Hashtag naughty Caroline.
We
Let's
saw a little
start
bit of
it.
naughty Caroline maybe. Well, she was a little stuck up in season 1.
She was stuck
excited
up,
to
but she
see
never
her.
like
That's
has
true.
done the vampire thing.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about.
Do you guys think she'll be a ripper?
We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
I'm jumping
We'll
out.
talk about it. We'll talk about it. But we need to talk about why the heck. Well, now we know. But why the heck was everyone puking, guys? If there's one thing I can't handle in life, it's when someone throws up. I couldn't even watch the screen. I couldn't do it.
You were having a moment.
But we kind of had another mini merge going on, and now Jo doesn't have any powers at all, and she's preggers.
Which I called.
She did call it.
The second
She
she was
did.
throwing up, I was like, she's pregnant. And I even wrote it in the chat on YouTube. I was like, darn, I thought
And
she
then
was
we made
pregnant.
fun of her because we were like, Kai shows up at the door throwing up. We're like, what, is Kai pregnant too? And then it turns out she
I
was
thought
right.
it was a twin sympathy thing of that I'm
Yeah.
like, twins like understand each other and get each other, and so he's having sympathy pains for her. But I was on that train with you. As soon as you said pregnant, I was like, yes.
I'm really happy for Alaric, though. He's deserved this love for so long, and I think him and Jo are adorable. And now he's going to be a real dad. We've seen him be a dad to Elena and Jeremy, but now he's going to have little babies of his own.
Do you guys think that when they come back on March 12th, they're going to skip ahead a little bit and the baby will be almost coming and Caroline will have been like switched off her emotions
Ooh,
for a
that is a
long
good
time? Because they
question.
do that often.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would make
Maybe
it a
that's
lot
why
more
they're going on that
interesting.
break.
Yeah, answer that question using the hashtag TVDAS because I really like that. Do you think they're going to skip ahead coming back March 12th, or do you think they'll pick up right where we left off?
And maybe like
With
Elena and
Elena's
Damon will
neck
be
broken on
having
the floor.
issues. And we could get right into it.
And
I like that.
Before we go to commercial break, I do want to touch on the Caroline situation a little bit more. You know, I really thought it was going to be Stefan right behind her, and then it turned out to be Elena.
I did too. I was like, oh, this is their moment where
And
Stefan's going to be like Mr. Prince Charming, and then it was like, oh.
I respected that scene so much, though, because there's been so much drama between, Steroline and Delana, and now it's like, okay, we're back to the girls, and Bonnie's back now. I'm really excited to
But then
see.
she snaps her neck and then
I
runs
know,
away.
but
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
epic.
Nothing can just be like happy for a minute. Like everything has to be.
I'm wondering if she already switched it too.
She has now.
Like,
She's gone.
I'm like, I think she switched it before, and that's why she was just playing along with Elena. Like, I think she already
do
did.
you
Because when she
think?
snapped Elena's neck, I was like,
That's
oh, it's
true.
gone. She's gone. Too
That's
late,
true.
Stefan. Good luck.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. I'm really anxious to see that. And we were all flipping out literally because all of this happened the last minute. I mean, you guys were there, you watched it, you witnessed it. I'm writing the text sheet like, okay, we're getting ready for the show. And then boom, bang, next snap, Stefan
much.
runs in. I'm like,
So much.
everything's happening. So Stefan gets there, but yeah, that's the big question. Is it too late, or has it already been too late since she turned off her humanity? But I have to say, you guys out there did a good job. You called it, and you guys called it out there. We have a lot of fan questions tonight about Caroline turning off her humanity, and you guys hit the nail on the head with that because that's exactly what she's going to do. And I just want to mention real quick that my man Matt is going to be a cop. I really like that. I thought that was cute. I loved how
We're going to get Matt to come on the after show and sit right next to you.
Oh my gosh.
And
we're just
you can
gonna
sit on his
feed it.
lap.
I would be fangirling so hard. Like, you guys, if you watch PLL, you saw me the episode after Robbie Amell, who is one of the main characters on The Duff. He was at the studio, and I was like freaking out, and I couldn't even hold it together during an episode. So if Matt was here, I think I would die.
We're doing it. We are absolutely making that happen.
Oh my God, I can't. Oh, what happened to this? I don't know where that went. Okay,
We're
well,
like losing it. I'm losing
I'm-
comments.
Yes, she's getting flustered.
Oh, here it is. I got it. I'm like, oh.
Who would you
all over
guys
the
be
place.
like super flustered to meet on the Vampire Diaries? Tell us.
And we actually did have a video come out today. Lauren, you weren't in it. We'll get you saying, actually,
Soon, for sure.
it was
no problem.
who we would date on the show. I said Kai, you said who?
Enzo.
But who would you date? If you had
Okay,
to pick
so
somebody?
on the show, I think that Ian Somerhalder, Damon, is like super hot, but in real life, he seems a little too sensitive for me. So I think I'd go with Stefan because he seems kind of
Yes.
Manly.
aggressive and manly.
Melinda said the Stefan thing.
But she
too.
put like, it was like, I want true love. Come on, let's talk about how Stefan's a man.
Yeah, this isn't about true love, right? Because that's not the route I was taking.
All right, guys. Well, who would you date on the Vampire Diaries? And we want to hear all about your questions. Tweet us using the hashtag TVDAS, and we'll be back right after this commercial break.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
That the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are going to be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them don't ahead, turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hey guys, welcome back. Excited to take your fan questions. Getting right into it. First fan question comes from Diego Silva. You're always writing into us. We love you. Do you guys think that Caroline will turn like Stefan?
That's what I
hashtag
said.
new
Will it be a ripper?
Yeah, you did, and that's why I was like, don't say anything. We're gonna talk about. But yeah, we already know that she's gonna turn off her humanity based on what we saw in the previews. But is she gonna go full-fledged ripper?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I am going to say that in the little preview they showed after the episode, she looked hot as
I
a
was
mean vampire.
loving
Her hair
it.
was a little like dready almost, and I was like, oh, bad girl.
Because you know how like
Caroline.
Elena had like the red streak or whatever? I feel
Yeah.
like we're just gonna see like a really sexy Caroline.
I like it.
I'm excited.
Me too.
So maybe some sexy hookups while Stefan's trying to make her turn the feelings back on.
Oh, I don't think. See, I think Stefan's too much of a gentleman to. If Caroline's not feeling herself, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. Go
I think
there.
he's
Do you
gonna
think?
fight for her though because Lexi fought for him, Caroline fought for Elena. Like everybody.
And maybe
has,
that's how
she's-
he gets her back. Like
He's
that
gonna be like, you know what?
connection.
Caroline has stood by everybody, and people stood by us during our Ripper thing. I think he's going to.
Well, he stood by her during her transition, and now he's going to stand by
And
her.
we did
during
see in
this.
that preview that she was biting into somebody's neck, and so maybe
Yes.
that was a signal that, yeah, she is going to be a massive ripper and just cause havoc everywhere.
I think we need it. I think the Vampire Diaries needs
We
that,
were saying
that
we hadn't
story.
seen much blood.
Yeah, we've
And
seen
now that
more
we have
puking than we've
Kai.
seen blood.
Now that we have Kai being all sweet, kind of.
Guys, I didn't even recognize Kai tonight. He had a little bit of facial hair, and I was
He
like,
was hotter to
liking
me
it.
with facial hair.
See, me
but
too. I was like,
maybe
I'm
it's
all
the
about this
facial hair.
scruff.
yeah. But now,
too.
and that's another thing. Kai's like super powerful and all that, but that's another topic for another day, I guess. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where his storyline goes as well.
Yeah, what's gonna happen?
I know.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I don't know. Where's
You guys
he gonna
let us
go?
know what you think is going to
Maybe
happen
he'll
with
try
Kai.
to get Caroline back.
Maybe.
Or maybe Elena and him will start dating once Bonnie and Damon get together, which is a thing.
I know, it's a thing. I'm so excited. Okay, our second fan question comes from Lexi Mania. I love this question because it's like you knew what was happening. Do you think the Salvatore's mom is still alive or that she caused Elena's parents to die on the bridge? That is such a great question, especially for tonight's episode because we saw that the Salvatore, Mrs. Salvatore is alive, I guess you could say, or stuck, or whatever it may be. What do you guys, any predictions for that storyline? Like, what do you think?
Well, now Damon knows. So, like...
And I have people actually, Nicholas Kelly asked if she's a witch. That's a very interesting thing.
Ooh, that is an interesting
Of that,
thing.
maybe
she'll just be the Loch Ness Monster. Who the heck knows?
Well, we don't know what her, like, if she's just straight up human, but it was a really good point of that he said, is Damon and Stefan's mom a witch? The fact that she's in this, like, witch world that they, like, created and made a jail of, like...
Well, but she could also somehow be a vampire. Because, I mean, Damon was there as well, and Kai, so she could be... Well, I guess...
But she died because, remember, Damon was supposed to write her eulogy.
Right, but
So
maybe
maybe
they
it's a-
thought she died. We clearly don't know.
Dot.
No, that you guys are onto something. She died, but
She's in this world.
maybe because Damon didn't write the eulogy. No, that wouldn't be the reason. I don't know. There's so many open
I think
questions.
she's alive because they wouldn't show her if she was dead and could never come back into the world. And so she has to be alive
You have a
because
light bulb?
now
I'm having a moment, yeah.
they're going to have to like research this. And if she was just dead and could never come back, like where does that go?
I think Nicholas Kelly is onto something about her being a witch because isn't that the whole thing of that they opened up the gates of like where all like
true.
like people that had powers could come back. She's a witch and she's back.
And
so many light
she
bulbs
knows
right now.
that her son Damon is in love with Bonnie, and so she helps get Bonnie back so her son Damon can fall in love.
And that's it. And
Okay.
that's all she wrote. I love it. No, that's
You're
amazing.
welcome.
That's
You're
amazing. I'm super
I
excited.
really feel like that could be it.
Oh my God.
We'll see.
My heart's literally pounding.
We shall see.
Apparently, I'm more of a Damon fan than I thought.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Fan question number 3. Chris Hawkins, we love you. Thanks for writing in. Do you think Elena would be mad at Caroline if her and Stefan started dating? I think yes, because I think we saw a little bit of Elena jealousy tonight. I really
think that's
do.
selfish and wrong.
I think she's so in the wrong.
So in the wrong. But I also haven't liked Elena recently, so it wouldn't shock me.
It's true.
You can't have both brothers.
You can't have your cake and eat it too, Elena.
God, how many
And
girls
they
get
just-
2 super hot dudes?
They
Come on.
haven't.
Where
I
are
really
they?
feel like they haven't been putting Elena in a very good light, if you know what I mean. Like, just kind of
Can we
since the
get
whole
Catherine
Damon
back?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get Catherine back. Maybe Caroline will find Catherine and they'll team up.
That would
for
be
some
an
naughtiness.
amazing thing to happen. Caroline and Catherine. Oh, I would love that.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I don't think they're gonna ruin that friendship though. Now that Bonnie's back and the 3 of them are together.
I think that
I think
Elena
they're gonna
will
have
understand.
a moment. Yeah, they're gonna let her be jealous or whatever, but then they're gonna work it out and be fine.
That makes
Yeah.
me sad though that Caroline won't be able to be feeling that excitement at that like Bonnie's back. Bonnie's back, and she was crying and upset, and now we won't see Caroline like emotional that much.
yeah, I know. Oh my goodness. So what do we have going on YouTube right now?
Okay, so pretty much I'm seeing just a ton of Bonnie's back, Bonnie's back, Bonnie's back. Everybody's super excited. People are also really upset that now we have to wait a month or so.
Right?
It will go
more
by quick,
episodes.
guys. It will go by quick. I promise.
It's true. Like everybody's like,
I feel
"Wow."
like for Pretty Little Liars, we have to wait like a year.
You guys can
6
tweet
months.
us every Thursday night
Yeah.
to get through it together.
Yeah, we're
Let's
here
do
for
it.
you.
Team effort. We are here for you.
Yeah,
We are here
And
for
then the last thing is everybody's asking where Jessica and Melinda are.
Aww.
And they will be back. This is just temporary. They had some things going on this week. We love you, and they will be back.
Jessica's
Yes.
actually skiing and wearing all of my snowboarding clothes. So follow her on Instagram and like all of my clothes.
Lucky duck. And I think Melinda is doing something super special. She's filming
Singing,
something epic. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but you guys, if you follow her on Instagram and Twitter, because you will find out it's something really, really cool. All right, do you want to shout some people out that are talking right now?
So right now we have Nicholas Kelly, who's on there. Denise V is going at it, and Chris Hawkins. I don't want to say this wrong, but Tiago Silva.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys are amazing, and we love you, and we'll be commenting on you later on tonight. So continue.
Yes, and share this video. Share it with all your friends. You know, we're live right now, but then the same link will replay when it's not live anymore. So we love you guys. Anything else we want to add before we won't see you for like a month?
Thank you for welcoming me into
Yeah,
the Stream
we love
family.
you.
You guys have been awesome.
We love you, and
see you again.
yeah. So just hang on, guys. Just stay strong. Watch the other after shows that we have, and we will see you back on these couches.
And hashtag Damon, so we get that.
Damon, hashtag TVDAS.
And Naughty Caroline.
We will see you March 12th right here at theStream.tv. Bye, guys. See you later. Bye.
Hey guys, for more Vampire Diaries After Show, make sure you hit that button and subscribe to theStream.tv.